Good morning, everyone. This is Lori Flickinger coming to you live from the coaching room of Lori's Wellness Loft. And for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I am a health and life coach, and my goal is to come on daily to provide little coaching gems that will help you live a happier, healthier life now. So I'm really excited to come on today and talk to all of you about a viewer's question, and it was phrased, how do I stop, hold on, I have notes. How do I stop neglecting doing something that I know I should be doing? Okay? And I want this viewer to know I am so grateful for this question because we all neglect, procrastinate, avoid doing things that we don't want to do, okay? And I want to bring you all to the reason why we do anything in life. And I think if I can get you to understand the motivation behind why we do what we do and why we don't do what we don't want to do, then you'll kind of get a clearer understanding about how the mind works. And you know, I always talk about mindset coaching, and the mind is what we need to work on. We have to manage our thoughts. So when you have a task at hand, you are either going to do it because you think it's going to make you feel differently. So it's going to make you feel pleasure, or it's going to make you don't want to do it if it's going to make you feel pain or discomfort. We as human beings, our mind wants to go towards pleasure and avoid pain. This is just a human condition that we have, and it helps us in survival. But what our mind doesn't realize is we're living in the comfort of this century where we have everything that we need. So the pain pleasure thing, excuse me, is sometimes something that you have to override, okay? So when you're talking about procrastinating, neglecting doing things that you know are really important, you know you want to do, it's because you're avoiding pain. And your mind is telling you that this is going to be painful. And on the description of this video, I said how to not suck. And what normally it comes down to at the very end of it is, Lori, I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid I'm going to suck. I'm afraid I'm not going to be good. I'm afraid I'm going to get laughed at. I'm afraid I'm going to be judged. And the reason why I don't do what I set out to do is I am afraid of not being good enough at it. Okay? So I think about me. Here's a perfect example. I like to tell stories in between because my people start to glaze over when I talk too much about the science of how the mind works. Good morning, everyone. Lizzie and Kendall and Gabe. So hi, Wendy. How are you? So let's talk about this, okay? I'm a coach. I talk to people all day, every day about how they could be taking different actions to get different results. And I decided I was going to come on live on Facebook and talk about this. And then I was thinking to myself, you know, I really should update my YouTube channel. But then my mind started telling me why I shouldn't. Okay, so the thoughts in your mind are either going to make you feel good about something or feel unsure about something. So here are thoughts in my mind that are going to make me feel unsure about this. But YouTube is challenging. I don't have time to do YouTube. It's too hard. Only people who have a whole studio shoot YouTube videos. That they're not, I don't have that capability. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. And really, here's me again. Who cares? Who's going to want to listen to my YouTube videos? Who's going to want to listen to my coaching? And what happens if I just suck? Like at the very end, what happens if I just suck? But I can turn those thoughts into positive thoughts about what's possible and what is helpful. So I could say to myself, well, you know what? I'm really helping a lot of people. I'm going to start feeling better, more confident. Well, I have a lot of experience. I have 25 years experience in this business. People are going to want to listen to me. I'm going to start feeling better. People are always seeking out new coaches and new motivation. So why would I hold that back from the people out there? Because I could benefit someone. Do you see how when I was first looking at going on YouTube, it was scary. I thought I was going to suck. I thought people were going to judge me. It was too hard. It wasn't possible. I didn't have the equipment. Like when you start saying these negative thoughts in your head, it's going to turn into a negative feeling in your body. So if I'm feeling defeated, if I'm feeling that I'm not good enough at something, I'm not going to do it, okay? So this is how I would like you to look at situations, and this is how we manage our thoughts. This is how we manage our mind. So when you set out to do something, let's think about you have a speech to make, okay? And you hate public speaking. Think back to the time when you were in school as a kid and you got the sweaty palms, and when you first had when you had a new job interview and you had to speak in front of people, or maybe you're embarking on a whole new career and your job is going to be to get in front of people and to speak. You might think to yourself, oh my gosh, the feeling in my body right now. And I'll say to people when they're in the coaching room, how does that make you feel when you are going to get up and do these things? So the feeling is what drives the behavior. If you're feeling excited and invigorated and like you're going to make a difference, your action is going to be a lot different than if you're feeling like you're going to be a failure and you're going to be judged and you're just going to get up there and nobody's going to care anyway. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Drop me a 1 if you get me, and drop me a 2 if I lost you, because I can clarify a little more. So basically, what I'm trying to tell all of you is the motivation behind everything that you do is how you think it's going to make you feel in the end. So we as humans, our mind is programmed to go after pleasure to avoid pain. If we think an activity is going to be more painful than pleasurable, our mind will start giving us all these reasons why we should not do it in the first place. And it keeps us safe and it keeps us comfortable in this place where we aren't reaching our goals. Okay? So if you would like some information or like some direction on how to move forward on your goals, first you need to start changing the thoughts in your head. So this is another activity that I like to tell the story of. It's like cleaning out an attic, okay? We have these negative beliefs and we have these negative thoughts in our head that have been playing forever. And I wish someone would have just pulled me aside in school and said, hey, Lori, let me tell you a little secret. The reason why you feel the way you feel and the reason why you act the way that you act is always because of the thoughts and the limiting beliefs in your head. I'd have been like, but why didn't anybody ever pull me aside and tell me that the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing and why all of you, we're all in the same boat here, all of you are doing what you are doing because of the thoughts in your head and the feelings that those thoughts are creating. If the thoughts are creating negative feelings, guess what? You're not going to do anything. If those thoughts are creating positive feelings, you're going to jump right in, both feet, and you're excited about it. So I tell people, all right, first we have to go up into the attic, into our minds, and look at the thoughts that we have been thinking our entire lives that may not be true anymore. So I liken this to cleaning out the attic. No one ever wants to clean their attic, all right? It's probably the worst job other than cleaning out the garage. So there's 2 jobs that I hate to do. 1 is cleaning out the attic, 2 is cleaning out the garage. So what do you do when you clean out the attic? You have to go up there. Number 1, you got to turn the light on. You have to become aware of everything that's in that attic, all of the clutter. we're talking about the brain and the attic are the same here. Do you understand? So then we have to start looking around the attic, and we have to say, oh, look at all these boxes. Do I want to keep them or do I want to toss them? But in order for us to know what's in these boxes, we have to open the boxes and look at them and see if there's any value in these boxes anymore. So you have to do the same thing with these thoughts that you've been thinking in your head since you were maybe 6 years old, okay? So we go up into our minds, we first turn on the light and become aware of the thoughts that we are thinking. Because most of our thoughts, we have 60,000 thoughts in a day. Most of them are negative. So we have to, number one, become aware of the thoughts that we are thinking, and then we have to decide if we want to chuck them, but then we have to put a new thought in place of this old thought. So with regards to doing something you don't want to do, like talking about, weight loss is a huge one because I do a lot of weight loss coaching, and people say, Lori, I know I need to exercise. And I know we talked about I'm going to exercise, and I just look at those sneakers and I can't put them on. And I say to them, rewind to the thoughts you had in your head right before you didn't want to put those sneakers on. What was the feeling you had before you didn't want to put the sneakers on? Well, I just felt apathy. I felt apathy. I looked at those sneakers and I didn't want to put them on. All right, then I say rewind. What were the thoughts that created that apathy? And then the person says, well, I figured, why exercise? I'm never going to lose any weight. What else did you say? Well, if I go out and start exercising, people are going to see me exercising and they're going to know I'm on a diet. So when I don't lose weight, I'm going to suck. Okay, what else were you thinking? Well, in the past, I've always gone on diets and I've always started an exercise program. I do lose the weight, but then I just gain it all back and I look ridiculous and people judge me and I suck again. So do you see why I named this How Not to Suck? So the thing is, we have to realize that we have to first change our thoughts, then change the feelings, then move to action, and then keep plugging along. And the last thing that we have to do is be compassionate with ourselves and realize that this is a process. This is a daily, not struggle, this is a daily practice. If you want to do anything in life and have any kind of growth or any kind of change, you have to first check into what you're thinking, change your feelings, move to action. I hope this was helpful for you. If this was, please drop me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. And also, please post in the comments below what you would like to hear about here in the coaching room in weeks and months to come. Also, for those of you who are new to me, I would also like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you click on the button, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and like this. And hopefully I can help all of you create a happier, healthier life soon. Have a great day and I'll talk to you soon.